No, when we were planning the kind of a lectures, and you see we have this particular unit on paper on corporate leadership. And last time we had checked out many aspects of what makes a great organization. And the area that we worked on was culture. Shiv, what did you say? It was culture of a company. And we also discussed about great places to work, right? And we were happy to know that among the great places to work, one of them is actually Tata. In the world, the great places, great companies to work in the world is Tata. And it suddenly struck me that I've been working with Tatas for a long time, not as an employee, as a trainer. In fact, yesterday I had been to Lonavala for a game here yesterday. We were training program for the Tata AG group. Then suddenly hit me, and वो program करने वाला जो organize करने वाला Shiv Bhaskar, he himself can tell us about the Tata group. And then I called him up just day before yesterday. That's why the message came in late. Remember? And I said, okay, Shiv, we already are studying Tata culture, but you come and speak about Tata culture. He said, I don't know, क्या बोलूँगा, don't worry. आधा तो research हो गया. So the idea of getting Shiv over here is that number one, he comes from the Tata group, and most important, he's been working on the Tata culture. He's a part of the learning and development part of Tata AAG specifically. He's a vice president over there. But what is very important is that he is a part of the team which is creating the culture. It's not it is not that मैं वहाँ पे काम कर रहा हूँ, वहाँ का जो culture है, which we also study evolves with time. It's a part of that particular thing. So a quick introduction about Shiv Bhaskar. As I told you, he's part of the Tata AAG group, and he sits in the head office. That's important. Tata AAG is known as an insurance company and spread across India, but he shifted his base from Bangalore to Mumbai because that's where the corporate head office is, right? So if you have to grow up in your senior position, works with the overall Tata group also. So from Bangalore to Mumbai, he shifted 3 years ago, 4 years. आते जाते रहता था, but finally said यहाँ पे करते हैं. So he's moved in with his family. Because he is also a family friend. He stays in the same building where I stay. He's also a lover student of Arthashastra. He's an MBA and he's travelled across some of the Tata groups and within India as a trainer. That's important to know. He is not just an employee, sits, works, that's what. But he's, as I told you, he's the one who's creating the culture, and also he's a part of the whole team which is building it up. So I thought, let us look at Shiv Bhaskar as a friend, but also more important as a person who is working in a culture of a group called Tata, whom we are trying to study. So I said, don't go by the typical syllabus में क्या करना है, आप हमको insights में. And he said, I would like to make it more interactive. That's exactly what we want. यहाँ पे सब लोग matured हैं. Leadership का L से लेके P तक हो गया है. Now we don't want theories नहीं, practitioners of leadership. These people are the ones who are setting up. Before I hand over to Shiv, I want to tell you something interesting. He's a continuous learner. In fact, his specialization now has gone into OD. You know what is OD? Organizational development. It's something which is evolved as a part of HR, but moved on. He's been doing a lot of research at TISS, Tata Institute of Social Service. And he showed me something very interesting which I loved, and I think I should tell you. That saying that, okay, these people are so good, maybe I can hire a few of them. The jokes apart, he's also into heavy hiring. He's a part of the team which goes to a lot of MBA schools and actually recruits. Now that's not my point, but the idea is that he's in a position where he's creating careers, creating organizations. And I said, let's keep it very simple. Tata Group, Shiv Bhaskar, and of course, Chanakya. He's studying himself. He's written research papers on Arthashastra and the corporate culture. It's very important. So here is one person, sometimes I ignore him because बहुत ज़्यादा close रहते हैं ना, तो problem हो जाता है. But he's a stalwart in his own way, and as a friend also, as an individual also, I respect him as a professional. So here is a friend, but more important, a professional who comes from the most respected company in India and one of the top 7 great places to work in the world, the Tata Group. Shiv Bhaskar.
Thank you so much. Sometimes introductions can do, good things as well as not so very good things. The good thing is that it gives you a platform to tell people as to what you can do, and it also puts you under pressure. Okay, pressure is good. Pressure is always positive. Because what is the purpose of me coming here today is to really look at your benefit. How is it that you're going to benefit over the next 1.5 hours, that you're going to interact? And so I'm not going to much about introduction, just very briefly, I'll just start what Tata mentioned, is I believe in lifelong learning. It doesn't stop at one degree or post-graduation or a PhD. I think it's lifelong learning. And topics like leadership is not finite, it's infinite. All of us have leadership in us. That's what we learn through what we've been learning through Arthashastra. Over the last few years that I've been associated with Tata, I have learned so many things. Working with him, not just as a friend, but as a person who inspires a lot of people. So I would also like to count myself as one of the people who have been inspired by Tata. And what I'm going to share with you is my personal experiences with Tata Group. And as a person, I'm not a faculty lecturer. So I will use my own style of ensuring that we interact among ourselves. And this is not a lecture session, trust me. I don't want to give a lecture here. And we look at how much we know about each other. We also know about other people already. And to do justice in the next 1.5 hours, we'll talk about 3 things. Okay? First thing is we'll talk about our understanding about leadership and culture. We'll clarify some of it. I'm sure you'll be doing a course, coming across to meet other people who have come and delivered topics, shared with you a lot of interesting insights about their companies and organizations, how leadership is really taking shape in organizations. We'll also discuss about our own understanding about culture and leadership, a little more so that we become familiar. We'll look at the case study of Tata in both the elements of culture and leadership, in terms of what is that you can draw as a person who is studying leadership, who's closely looking at leadership in an organization, and someone who's looking likely to build business for themselves. Some of your entrepreneurs here, some of you are doing your own business.
Entrepreneurs?
Business? Yeah, those are doing business already. So definitely, you're looking at, I'm sure you're either going to be becoming a company yourself or becoming a larger company yourself. You will be a promoter, etc. How does looking at a case study like a Tata help you in building your own business? What is it that you can draw that you can help building your own business? That's one of the things. And for those who are employed or looking at further employment opportunities, the idea is how do you make your organizations, looking at a case study, I'm not saying become a Tata exactly the same. There could be a company which could be even better than Tata, but it could be part of or create. So what are some of the elements which have, what are the principles that have worked in Tata which could work in any company? That's what we'll look at exploring. And the last part of our discussion would be where we look at question and answers. We look at taking as many questions as possible, and I'll try and answer them. I can't, I'm sure this group will be much richer in terms of their own experience to share with us. And Tata is anyway there to guide us through linking it back to what we are here for. I think that is important. Your questions should be able to say, not just give you global yarn, but should be able to link back to your course what you are doing. Because that's what you're coming to the course for. Okay? Great. Are we okay with the format? All of us?
Yes.
Audible to you? Great. Thank you so much. The first part what we're going to do is, like I said, we'll understand our understanding about what culture is and what leadership is. And may I request you to please stand up? Yeah, I make sure to discuss this very oftenly. Please bear with me. Please stand up. To my left, all people who believe leadership is important will come here. All people who believe leadership in a company is very important, please come this side. Those who believe culture is important in the organization. Culture. What is a culture? The way people come across in a company. The way people behave. The way people are groomed. Right? Those are some of the cultural aspects. Leadership, all of us would know. So I will not say more. So to my right is?
Culture.
Culture. So please come this side who all believe culture is important. Okay? And to my left are people who are believe leadership is important. Yeah. Okay, so there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's another gentleman here. Okay. So what? Okay, this is not fully balanced. So you're taking neutral stand.
Both of them are important.
No. You would have to take a stand. Which stand is you're going to be? Your leadership or culture? Culture. Great. So this is the leadership group. We would like you to now, just form a small semicircle so that you can see each other. The idea is to see each other.
How forward can you just
See each other. Face each other. Discuss among yourselves very quickly why you think culture is very important in organization. And tell it to this group of why you believe culture is important in your own understanding. And this team will now be able to go back and tell the other team why you believe what are the top 3 things why leadership is important.
Second is why culture very important
Organization has to go on.
The culture is bad, then even a good leader will not be able to help the organization. That's going to go down. Create a sense.
Summarize your points.
This can be on please don't tell what you feel. How do you want to feel? Very important point of view. Others can also add their own. So summarize each of you. So all of us can add on after they have ended all.
We are not having a discussion here. It's quite wonderful. Let's have a discussion. We have to argue the cross points. That you are saying that the culture is we have to know exactly. Then two examples.
Okay.
Someone comes who doesn't.
Let's face each other now.
We are ready.
Okay. Professors, students. Okay, stay where you are. Face each other. So since this group is slightly smaller, let the advantage go to them. Because if the numbers are, outnumbered this side, I don't think give you the first chance to challenge this team out here, which believes culture is the one which actually makes an organization.
So, there are three points which I would like to put across. People don't do it the job, people do it the boss. So usually it is the boss, the leader who is leading the department or the company is the reason why people will leave the company or stick with the company. That's why it is important that whoever is the boss, the leader, who runs the show. Other thing we always, just also says, the Raja Kalasya Karanam. Even in all levels, the faith of a country or a kingdom or a culture depends upon the leader who is the king. even the company's fate or any organization's fate will also depend upon the leader who is leading the company. So those are the 2 points. People together can
leader creates the culture.
Yes.
Culture अपने आप में नहीं बनता है. Leader visualizes the culture. Leader creates the culture.
The foundation. Yeah, please.
No, I was just saying कि so when we say कि what is more important in the organization, there's no doubt culture is important, but who makes that culture? The culture is dependent on the leader, and we have seen so many. Starts with the leader, and also we have seen so many examples when the right leader moves from an organization and someone else comes in, the entire culture goes for a toss. If he's not the appropriate culture for that organization, so that's the point that I think we are looking at.
Leader can destroy the culture.
Culture cannot create the leader. Leader creates the culture.
Sorry.
A leader can destroy the culture. You have seen many organizations. A new leader comes and completely destroys the culture. But the reverse is not happening. Culture is still there, but they are not able to destroy a new leader if he comes with a very powerful leader.
Take the example of Tata itself. The foundation that was laid by much before, so it was much before that, but somewhere the culture of Tata has come from the foundation laid by its leaders who brought in a thought process, and that thought process was built upon. So the legacy continues, and Tata as a brand is a powerful brand because of the culture that was laid down by its leader. And then it has been followed through, it gets refined. Culture is important, but who lays the culture? Who defines the culture? So that is the whole point here. So if it's like, we have so many corporate examples. We take Reliance and we take Tata. So I'm going on record, but I'm just taking an example. As a brand, everybody is able to relate well with the Tata brand and not with the Reliance brand. Why? Because the leadership that is at the helm of affairs at Tata. Because of the principles they stand for. So leadership is all about principles, and the principles are defined and laid down by the leaders who the whole organization follows.
Okay, now my question to this team is: anyone who shifts or plans to shift this right now?
We are recruiting. We are open.
No.
Are there any points that you feel?
We are confident after we finish, they will come here.
You shouldn't have gone there. The confidence is coming from.
After that speech, you will have to come here.
Trespassers will be recruited.
Okay, I can see the energy levels going already. My challenge to you is, if you genuinely feel that what they're saying is making sense, if you think that there are points which are coming through which possibly have not touched your, because I see your genuine point, they're saying leaders create culture. They're saying people leave not a culture but people leave people. Right? So they're also saying that what defines is leadership in an organization. Culture comes later. Right? So if you genuinely feel that you can shift and you find some ideas are resonating what you believe, no harm in shifting. This is not about you versus them. It's about what is the logic which is coming. Okay? If you believe that what they're saying is making logic, please come this side. Any one of you who believes. Okay. Now let's hear yours.
So first things first is when we talk about an organization is not a single person leading an organization in today's world. It is a multiple group of people running a business or a management. So as an organization, it is important that it is not one leader who basically defines and drives the organization. It's a group of leaders who define an organization at time. So a culture actually defines the leadership of an organization. So that is my first point. So irrespective of, we have given an example of a Tata, the current situation, if I take the same example and flip it back, the existing leader in Tata couldn't survive because there was a particular culture which was created by a group of people, and hence very smoothly, despite the exit of that senior leader, there has been a very seamless entry of a new leader. That actually is based because of the fact that over a period of 100 plus years, there is a culture which has defined in the system. One. Second, culture is the foundation of leadership. And if you say people leave because of good bosses or bad bosses, the reason the bosses are good or bad, because that is a particular culture that particular company drives. For example, in a company like a hardcore sales company, the culture is more often being abusive, driving the business. So a particular subordinate may not feel it good because he would want to leave because he doesn't want to work there. Because the culture defined by that organization is, well, you have to be abusive and you have to drive the business and get numbers at any cost. Similarly, there are some other companies where there is no pressure on these kind of affairs. There is a lot of culture in terms of helping the employee, there is a well-being. So that culture is created not by the leadership but by the culture as the essence of the organization. So culture actually creates a leader, but leadership may not create a culture.
Can I just request this team to counter this?
I have two examples where you have to make an answer.
I thought it's almost over. No. There's some opportunity.
There's some
So, all of you can add. Don't explain too much. Don't explain. Be ready to get counted on this.
So, just a slight modification. A good culture will always develop a leader, but not necessarily a leader will always develop a good culture.
For any company, leaders have their physical structure.
We are not talking about
culture is the soul.
Hold on.
Culture is the soul. Leader is the physical structure.
I have two questions.
Culture is a thought process of the organization. Culture is a thought process of the organization which will create future leaders. And that leaders will drive the organization.
Leader may get destroyed because of many outside circumstances, but the culture remains, and that culture can develop another and the leader can get.
And the classic example is always with Tata. Cyrus again was a old thing, but again his style of operation was very different from the ethos of Tata, and that's how he had to move because the culture is more important for the long running of the company. So culture is eternal and leadership is very time bound.
There have been many leaders in Tata over 100 plus years, but why it has survived all these years? Because of the culture, the strong culture.
So who defines
leader
the
is
culture?
one second. Leader is one, culture is a group of whole organization.
The organization defines.
What is
People working
how
in the
the organization?
Who starts the organization?
Who starts the
team of people. Team of people starts off.
Take this.
Let's be civil in our.
Take the example of Infosys. It was founded by Narayan Murthy. He stepped down, but he stepped down. But the definition of a culture was laid down by the core team. He stepped down. What happened? They had so much of attrition. Now he has to come back to see that the organization comes back and gets back into the
poor leader.
That's what I'm saying. That is right. That is right.
Which is what we are arguing.
See, that is because of the leader. Now today when you talk about Wipro, who is the person you think about when it comes to Wipro? One name that comes out of Wipro.
That one question is not only
Yeah, but he is the person who defines. He is the leader. Today it's synonymous. It is synonymous. Why is it synonymous? Always organizations are synonymous. Always organizations are synonymous by the leader. See, culture also, the foundation of a culture is laid by a leader. Raja Kalasya Karana.
It is not only the foundation which a leader laid. We have a political party which has been there before the independence, which has been running the country for so many number of years. Unfortunately, the leader on the top changes and the whole political party was for a mess. The political party was not existing for so many number of years. They are struggling themselves, but they get one leader on top and the political party expanded. It is not to do with the culture. It is not to do with
New member just joined.
His name is Amit. He is one of an author friend of mine.
So is he part of the? Okay, sorry.
You are not right.
We have no voice.
Okay, yeah, we just want to ask you some questions.
I have an important point.
Example which you gave about.
One second. He's got a point.
I've got an important point. We are talking about the top leader. You are talking about multi levels of leaders. No, sorry, एक मिनट. No, we are not. You can't. Don't interfere. Okay. The culture is created by the top leader and it percolates down. Okay. He creates multi levels of leaders, and those leaders, they carry out the visualized culture into the pyramid, into the system. Okay, and then of course the culture is important to run the organization.
Yes. Okay, 1 minute.
Okay, but the leadership, top leadership. Now we all spoke about Jamshedji Tata, about Azim Premji. These are the top people. We did not talk about who is, the employed leadership.
Okay. They are not talking about that. They are not talking about
A very small point what I'm trying to say, as you said, the leader who laid the foundation of the culture or who established the culture. ठीक है, लेकिन after the leader, if the leader passed away, the culture remains same.
No.
The culture remains same. Sometimes culture remains same.
Again, example about Cyrus Mystery, sir, please.
You can discuss, but don't be aggressive. On very important role. No, I don't accept. What is happening? You are getting into discussion what is aggression. Please speak. But what I'm saying is that don't get aggressive about your point.
ऊपर करके पूछ रहा हूँ परमिशन सर.
नहीं. आपसे बात करने को बोल रहा हूँ. जब aggression आ जाता है ना, सामने वाले पर बोल रहे हैं. Please continue.
Okay. Shall I see?
Yes, but not aggressively, but logically.
Cyrus Mystery का example दिया. Cyrus Mystery is not the top. He was made a leader by other leaders, by the original leaders.
Point noted. Okay.
Here's an example.
Let us complete it. Yeah.
I forgot actually.
Put up.
What example we have? Yeah.
Maybe the leader emerges from culture only. But how can he is?
So,
Thought process is emerges from the culture only.
see, I'll tell you, whatever we are talking about as a leader, first of all, a culture is not defined by one people. Whatever the examples we have spoken about, all the people have founder of an organization who had a vision of building an organization. But building a culture in an organization is not driven by a single entity. It is driven by a multiple entity because they create an ethos or a culture in an organization. Number one, that we complete. So number two, now if a particular organization builds a culture, it is not because of leadership. All the examples what we have spoken is about creating a vision or creating a business or an objective for the organization. But if for that objective of the organization to grow or thrive or to succeed, there is an underlying culture which is very important, and that is driven by a group of people. And that culture is always static because that defines in future the vision, the purpose of the organization. So culture is a very critical factor.
Yeah, I have a point here. Now, let's take the example of Apple. Steve Jobs was the founder of Apple. He was kicked out at one point in time. The organization planned, they had to call him back. It was his single-minded leadership quality which made what Apple is today. And the entire organization had to align with the thought process that he brought in. And he made it one of the best organizations in the world today. How did that happen? Same person was there, he got kicked out. There should have been an organization culture which should have driven and made it the best, but it did not happen. But he again came back. Single-handedly, he recreated it. Yes, he built a team around it, but the team has to be in sync with the leader. If you are not in sync, today if you are leading an organization, if your team is not in sync, and if whatever the leader decides and if it does not percolate down as a culture, then there is there is no sync in the organization, and then the performance goes down.
Okay.
Now,
Apple Steve Jobs, you rightly said Steve Jobs was kicked out of Apple, but because of the leader called John Scully, and because of the culture, Steve Jobs was also brought. Had the culture not been there to respect the leader, he would not been allowed to come back. So it is a team which allowed and understood that Steve Jobs is more important for the organization, and the culture allowed him to come back. And he was being kicked out because of the leader. Had the leader been good, it would not have happened. So the culture allowed Steve Jobs to come back.
Let me answer this. Let me give
views only. Decide about this.
Yeah, see, Steve Jobs was not called back because of the culture of the organization. It was because the number went down.
The shareholders
are worried about the number. And he was the guy who could bring it back and give the number. There was no culture there.
No. So what is the so if the numbers went down, what had the leader done before he stepped down? Because of it, the numbers went down. Why did the numbers go down? If the leader was good, it should not have gone down. But if the culture was good, it would remain.
See, it has been
A leader being there or not being there.
How under a different, it was very clearly documented by himself during his last days of his life where what has he done as a person, as an individual to drive this business at what level he was, but what has he given back and how personally at a personal level he has lost. So that was something, it was purely a unilateral ruler or what do you say, a dictator who was wanting to drive the business. Let me complete. Let me complete. So point is, that is not driving a culture. That is just trying to become one. Today if you see a lot of organizations, today what Apple is after Steve Jobs is much different than what is it. Hold on, let me complete. When Steve Jobs was there, that time Apple was not the most employee friendly companies in the world. Please check. If you see, after Steve Jobs' death, when the new gentleman had come in the last 4 to 5 years, the company has become the most employee-friendly company. It was not earlier like that. So you need to understand that leadership. Steve Jobs as a leader was a very aggressive, future directive owned leader who at any cost wanted to drive the most beautiful product of the world. But that is not defining the culture of the organization.
Exactly.
It is a unique vision which I carry. I carry a vision. And if take the same example of Mukesh Ambani of Jio today. It has one of the most best possible telecom solutions offering. But is there a good culture? It's not a good culture company. It is a leader has a vision of an objective of a business. Culture defines how the employees are there in the system, how the employees are growing the business to the next level.
Okay.
A leader can only have first step going, but the next step.
Can I step in now? Can I step in now? Okay.
Yes. We won.
What? Illogical argument.
Employee friendliness it was his own interest.
Okay, settle down. My invitation to you is take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Seriously, take a deep breath.
But I must say that this was a very nice thing. In fact, in the last 1.5 years, we have not experienced this kind of thing. So I would really appreciate all of you.
So, as part of the discussion, we need to finish one element. Those who were part of the leadership team, do you want to reconsider your thought of moving to culture?
No.
Very dominant positions both of you are taking.
And vice versa.
Absolutely. And imagine, this is a topic of discussion. We are budding leaders. Some of us are leaders. Some of us are aspiring leaders. A thought or a question about leadership and culture itself can evoke so much emotion that I can't give up my stand. मैं जो पकड़ता हूँ boss, this what I'm saying is right. You're also operating perhaps from what I know and I strongly believe in, right? Now these are some of the aspects that I could hear and I could make notes of it. I'm sure they were captured. How emotional did you feel with the subject of discussion? How emotional did you feel? Yeah? There were some quiet faces who didn't make any points. I want to hear some of their voices. There were some people who were going on saying a few things because they strongly felt. But there were some voices which were very low. Why don't you speak up? We would want to have everyone's voice and understanding about what they felt about the topic. It could be either culture, whatever, or leadership. Okay? Let me hear your voices. Yes. Yeah, you should say it in such a way that everyone is hearing us. Okay? And it's for everyone.
I will talk to you. आप लोगों ने कहा कि लीडरशिप एक इंसान से भी वो पूरा कल्चर डिफाइन करता है, तो क्या आप ये कह रहे हैं कि जब हम घर पे एज ए फैमिली हम देखते हैं तो हमारा घर पे सिर्फ हमारा कल्चर जो है हमारे माँ बाप डिसाइड करते हैं, हम नहीं डिसाइड करते. Everybody decides culture in family and in office, be it employee or leader. No, not one person decides the culture. Everybody decides the culture. शायद माँ बाप चले जाएंगे, but it is us who will decide the culture and take it forward. एक इंसान से लीडरशिप कभी नहीं.
Leadership, she was right. See, there are parents also. We say there are certain cultures in a family. There are certain cultures in a family.
So all of us can, listen to what you're saying.
Taking forward what Kiran has said. Taking forward what Kiran has said, she rightly said that when parents are there and we have kids around and still the culture is not followed, it is lack of leadership from the parents. You have seen certain cultures so strongly, and we say it comes from a right culture. It's because of the right leadership, right parenting. Parenting is also a leadership.
But not necessarily if the parents are bad, the kids are also bad. If they are bad leaders, the kids are also bad.
That is
maybe
because
they take leadership, they bring a good culture in the family.
Absolutely.
Only parents.
Absolutely. That kid also later on becomes a parent. That parent he learns from the wrong leadership. He learns that this is not what I want to give it to my kids. This is not what.
It's okay.
I'm just taking forward and continuing the topic because I didn't get a chance to speak.
Bad leadership.
Because of Pranav?
Bad leadership. We all are very strong leaders, and there are some leaders who are still yet to become a leader. So we are one of those who are going to get to become leaders. With experiences, we have seen there are so many good cultures which we aspire seeing from others, and we think that this is the culture that I want. If I am a leader, I want to get it into my organization. We get right culture, but still you'll see that company survives only for a few years. It is not only the culture, but it is a leadership culture which actually survives. If you don't have- So we have seen such it is not the culture, it is the combination of both. If you don't have money, yes, you're saying about Reliance, you're talking about Tata. Reliance still survives. It still gives employability is there. If it had good culture and if it didn't survive, nobody will talk about Reliance. Today we are talking about Tatas, it's because they have culture and they still survive. Culture is important, but a leadership gets in the right culture, and the right leadership gets right leaders under them, which populates it down. That's what is my point.
So we'll cycle.
Leadership side. Leader gets the right leaders. That's what I think.
So any more voices which have left on? I think Sandeep was wanted to say something. We can hear.
The leadership which have, rather the culture which is sustained for a longer duration is because the next level leadership that is picked up by the leader who started the organization or the culture picks up such a leader who knows who can take the baton and run with it. And that is the reason we've seen that culture prevails for a longer time. And the moment there is a leader who does not believe in that culture comes in, he changes the culture of the organization. Again, going back to the example of Tata, when Cyrus Mistry came in, he was changing the culture of the organization in the real sense. So that is when the real leader, the leader who believed in the culture stepped in and said, this is not the right thing. And that is when they had to change the leadership. Because that was not going with the culture. Right? So the reason it is prevailed for a longer time is because the next rung is actually picked up by the real leader, the first hand leader, who knows who can drive the culture. That's my point.
So we are hearing voices. Let me just summarize some of the thoughts that came in. Here's some of the points which came in. We are looking at the texture of leadership. Texture. Look at me. हम लोग कहाँ सोच रहे हैं कि फिजिकल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लीडरशिप. लीडर करता क्या है, लीडर क्या कर सकता है, उसका कैपेबिलिटी क्या है, does he build a culture of the company. We are looking at some of these aspects. Okay. My invitation to you is also explore what is the purpose of leadership. क्यों है लीडर, क्यों बनता है लीडर, कैसे बनता है लीडर. So these aspects are very important for you to ponder. Like I said, it's not a lecture. I'm not going to give you what leadership is, but my invitation to you is think. सोचो लीडर करता क्या है, how is he made, and what is the role played by culture to influence the leader. Does a culture influence a leader? It does, right? Does the leader also influence the culture?
Yes.
It's interconnected.
There's interconnection. Okay, stay with your thoughts. Okay. We'll also hear one more voice, which is yet to come out.
So I believe
To everybody, please.
leadership and culture goes hand in hand. But if a leader is good or bad in any sense, the leader has to adjust according to the the culture of the organization. Because there are a group of people who follow the culture. The leader may come new and then he has to adjust according to the people there, and the people there follow a specific culture. So whoever the leader is, I guess culture is more important because he has to follow that.
Okay, so leader also has to follow the culture of what is being created. It could be created by he himself, correct? Okay. Any more voices that we left out, not heard?
One point I want to make. The
Only we have not spoken so far. Only we have not spoken so far. I think the gentleman there.
Amir.
Rajesh? Sure, some he has not heard your voice. Yeah, okay. You have not spoken. You are a birthday boy. First of all, happy birthday to you. Why don't you share your thoughts on whatever you think, whether it is culture or leadership, what makes an organization? And please speak to the group.
Actually, I have read Tata, which is penned out by Harish Kudar. He is a well-known editor of Lok Sabha. Whatever he wrote up over there, जब सर्वांशु टाटा जब आए और उन्होंने शुरू की, बाद में जमशेदजी टाटा ने उसे बढ़ाया। जमशेदजी टाटा ने एक ही बात की थी, वो बात थी कल्चर की, कि मैं रहूँ या ना रहूँ। टाटा यानी कमिटमेंट, टाटा यानी पूरा एक क्या बोलते हैं उसे, ट्रस्ट, यही उन्होंने किया। और उनके बाद जो भी आए, फिर वो आरजेडी टाटा हो या फिर अपने रतन टाटा हो या फिर कोई भी बंदा हो, उन्होंने वो कल्चर जो है वो डेवलप किया। और मुझे लगता है कि एक कहावत है कि कोई भी झुंड हो, उसका अगर लीडर शेर होगा तो भेड़ियों का झुंड भी शेर जैसा लगता है, और कोई भी झुंड शेर का हो और उसका लीडर भेड़िया हो तो भेड़िया जैसा लगता है। तो मुझे लगता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का कल्चर लीडर
So it's like a finishing line from the Made point. Very important. It's very waste what he's saying. He's saying the feeling of the leader to the team which is following the leader, at whatever level the leader is, if the leader is going to be in a particular attitude, his traits, his characteristics rub off on the followers as well, because they identify with the leader. And if the leader tends to change his characteristics or traits, the family, you said the family, now no matter what the family decides to do, will also start looking at the leader and start behaving in the same manner. Okay? Fantastic point.
If I need to give a simile, I would consider a leader to be the seed.
To be the
seed. A seed.
Seed. Okay. Lead.
Reach. I'm just trying to give a simile, and I would say that a leader is the seed of a tree, and the culture is the roots.
Okay. Okay.
You can't do without either of them, and for the tree to keep on growing, the roots are required. The seed will be there for a few time, it completes its job, and then it is the roots who take it further.
So my exploration to you would be, when you look at the Tata case study, please explore these dimensions. जब आप देखोगे ना 3D में देखोगे आप, not the 3D actually, but आप ये dimensions explore कीजिए and look at whether Tata is having these both dimensions. The seed and the root is a very important expression of leadership. Like what he said, the characteristic of leadership and the culture is very important. Please examine these in the case study that we are going to do. Okay? Yes.
The leader just from culture can definitely throw away the leader.
Okay. Okay.
That's why the Kranti, English word, that never happened.
Sure. Correct.
So and just to elaborate a little, to grow a rose plant, you don't need a seed. You can just put in a stem and it will grow.
But it needs a cause. Okay, one last before we go to the next.
Keep this discussion forward. The seed gives rise to the root and the tree grows. If the seed is not nurtured properly, the roots will not have a firm foundation, or it will not grow. So it is important how the seed is nurtured, how much it is taken care of, and if it is taken care of properly, then yes, the roots can grow strong and it will continue. Then there we see trees which are more than 200, 300 years old. Why? Because it has been nurtured properly. So the nurturing of the leader is important, like what he said. Depends on who the leader at the top is. अगर शेर है तो साथ में पूरा group would be like a lion. If it is, you can, the classical example today is the Congress. They have the leadership at the top, which is.
Can we avoid in the interest of all our learnings? I understand this is a leadership class which is having a lot of debate on politics. Is it okay if I can request you to keep away examples which are political in nature, because I don't know, I will not be in a position to be able to comment. And there are some experts sitting here, but I may not be in the capability to be able to
point taken.
Yeah,
point taken. So, but the whole point is a seed has to be nurtured to give you a strong roots.
So I think very nicely put. In fact, both analogies are very clear. He said that the seed is more important, and the seed, if there is a good seed, and if it is nurtured properly, it will develop a good root. But the nurturing of the seed is being done by the culture.
Yes.
If the culture does not breed the leader perfectly, no matter how good the leader is, he will not be able to survive.
Perfect. So my invitation to you again, folks, as students of leadership, what is important is not to say, मेरे को पता है leadership क्या है, मेरे को पता है culture क्या है. It is going to make you a professor. Sorry. But I'm sure you come here not to become a professor who will possibly just say things, to exhibit knowledge, right? Our invitation is to say, मैं इसको उपयोग कैसे करूँ? How do I relate this in my work, at my home? And therefore, my invitation is that you need to understand the subtleness that leadership, its capability to nurture a culture, and the power of culture to be able to influence the leadership. Which means, if the leader is not in a position to be able to adhere to its own culture, which he may have put in, the culture can de-seed him and get another leader. And there are many examples, many examples. We talked about some examples today as corporates. There are many such examples. Right? So we'll now move to the next level. So did we have a good discussion? Did all of our voices come out? Yeah? We've heard different perspectives, right? Who did not speak? Mukesh did not speak, yes.
Culture is a continuous process, and whatever the leader change, whenever the leader change, but it remains the same. Means culture change the leader as far as leader come, and it will long lasting, I think.
Okay.
Ganesh and Neha also had a Santosh.
I think culture is important because culture demands a leadership as per I know. Because we work, the leader will not go to the grassroots and they work. They can only drive the workforce. But the work which is done, that is only by the employees of the, that is only done by the culture. That's why I think leader driving the workforce, but the work which is getting done by, that is done by the company or employee.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Okay. I think they've been able to also influence so many voices and they heard that has shaped. Okay.
Sir, I believe the discussion has been going around what overpowers what, so whether leadership or culture. But sir, I'm not sure if this is discussed. Sometimes the leader himself has to bring about the change in the culture that he himself had brought in. So, एक leader आता है एक culture के साथ, and then for whatever reason if that leader moves out and another leader comes and pumps in a different culture is one thing. But many a times the same leader has to contradict himself and bring about a different idea.
Okay, can anyone relate to this what she's saying? Can you give an example? If you can give an example, it's great. An example?
Yeah.
Okay. Example is substantiate what she's saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually,
did you all understand what she said?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead.
Actually, we have seen history of Maharashtra. Before Shivaji Maharaj, there were so many sardars. Like उस टाइम पे स्वराज्य वो जो कॉन्सेप्ट थी वो नहीं थी. बट शिवाजी महाराज जब आए उन्होंने स्वराज्य नाम की कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर की और उनके बाद भी 350 साल तक वो कॉन्सेप्ट चलती रही. और औरंगजेब दिल्ली से महाराष्ट्र में आया पर उसे महाराष्ट्र नहीं मिला. वो मर गया पर उसे महाराष्ट्र में मिला। छोटे छोटे जो सरदार थे उन्होंने लड़े मुगल डायनेस्टी के साथ, पर वो जो कल्चर था कि अपना राज्य वो शिवाजी महाराज ने यहाँ पे नर्चर किया।
I'm not sure, I think it's a great point, but I don't know if that's what you're saying.
No, I'll give an example. So I can explain what you
say. Example. That point.
Okay, so my example is a very small level. Okay, it's not at a national level or anything. It's at a corporate level wherein Nokia refused to adapt to change, as in taking up Android. But now they have had to bring about that change to survive. So उनका leadership था कि भाई हम अपना ही operating system में रहेंगे, which they were very firm about, so much so that they were like at the cost of shutting down. But now they.
Right, so let's just give an example. Just to do this. Yeah, sure. More example.
No, so I will give my personal example.
Okay, listen to this. Personal example.
Oh, guys, please. So I think I just want to, and first of all, I'm very happy to change my view if I'm convinced about it. So I would like to share my own example. I was a part of an organization, Magic Bus, all of you know that. My founder was someone, Matthew Stacy. I was the second in hand with him. So two of us started an organization. So personally, I don't believe there is one leader. There is always a startup. There are 2-3 leaders. Together, we would decide how we would build the culture of that organization. Me being the program head and the program person, we working with children and youths across. We started with Dharavi, but then we moved to Bombay and then to other states and then across nationally. A culture was extremely important for us to build because we wanted that culture across India. So at the leadership level, we had to slowly develop because we were working with people and therefore it was important, right? The culture that we built was very collaborative. It was very humanistic and it was very where everybody had a voice, and the quality of the work that we did was extremely important because again we were working with children and youths. So what we did, what we created was extremely critical there. So that was the culture of collaboration, of participation, of everybody's voice coming into it, decisions being made jointly. I created an entire group of people as youths who would take the decision around what is happening across India. After a point of say 8 to 10 years, when a solid program was built which was running across, we wanted to scale and we wanted to go international. We had to change our culture. The same collaborative culture could not work. I as a leader could not even take that culture ahead because it was not in me. I could not scale it up to that level and change the culture where a few people could take decisions around the entire life of the people across India. So it was not. So that whole culture had to change. And again, I was not the person. So I moved from the organization so that another leader could come into that place and take that organization to another level where the entire culture had to move to another level. So that's my
Great. Okay, so there are two aspects, Srishti and Pranay. Right? Pranay will be extreme. No, if you imagine Pranay, you think of devastation. But it's unique to also understand the leadership quality of being able to do Pranay in an environment. If the need is, call it disruption today, right? Leadership is expected to not just disrupt outside but inside the company as well. Sometimes the culture has to get influenced by the leader to be able to say, up, you have to go to a different level. For example, in Tata, we realized that initially Tata was a domestic company. We are solidly doing business only in India. Steel was getting exported, but otherwise it's a 90% Indian origin company. They realized over a period of time that business is getting exported. We no more an Indian company. We have to think global. Now the leadership requirement of the culture of the organization, which was established 100 years back, had to change. Now leadership has to understand the role of culture and be able to make those changes that are required and therefore sometimes disrupt within the organization. It could be through structure, it could be through bringing people who are of different backgrounds to be able to make those, I wouldn't say manipulation, but changes in the organization, to be able to deliver change required for the company to survive. Right? So we'll quickly look at some slides and to understand Tata a little more in detail. And we'll take questions after the presentation. Okay? We'll have an opportunity for everyone to speak later on. There's some of the books available in the market, which is not, one in one book, which is called Tata Law, Tata Law. You probably heard this. It's written by Harish Bhatt, who is the person who is in charge for the branding of Tata, Tata Group as a whole. These books, and there are many such books. You can just look at the number of books available. But interestingly, some of these books, like the greatest company in the world, this author is not an Indian author. If you go to the book, they look at perspectives from a Westerner's perspective of what they think about India. It's important, right? We also learn when studying about our own Arthashastra, we say, what is our view? What is foreigners' view? Now, Tata as a company has been researched by not just Indians but also by foreigners who experience Tata. And what is the texture of this company? What background is it? Why is it so successful? What is the essence of the company? And it tells about cultural aspects as well as leadership aspects in detail. Okay? And it's from an outside perspective, not from an inside perspective. So I thought I'll just present to you that there are many books. Some of these books are extremely well written and researched. Can someone read this out, please? There's something that you mentioned.
Free enterprise and community is not just another stakeholder business, but in fact a very purpose of its existence.
So when I'm seeing this, please look at it from a case study. It's like student to explore this from a case study perspective, and let's peel the onion little by little. Does Tata really follow what it is saying? Is this the purpose of the companies, the existence of the companies for not just business but its existence to ensure that the community is taken care of? And today, when this has been set up, you will find that it's just not the community but it's the country at large which is getting impacted because of one company. What is the mission of Tata? The mission of the company is to improve the quality of life of communities we serve. What is a community? It's the surroundings that we live in. Now, when we started the organization, it was not thinking of global, but over a period of time, we realized we've got to be globally competitive. So, globally through long-term stakeholder value creation. If you now recall the discussions on culture and leadership, we could talk about this. The leader creates long-term roots. Is in a culture is in the roots. Based on leadership and trust. So the elements of culture and leadership are all visible in this. It is leadership with continuity, with sustainability, globally valuable, having long-term purpose, and improving the quality of its people around it. It is not saying how much business you want to do. Have you noticed? Kitna taka kamana hai is not the mission. It is about what we want to do. Just to give you a perspective of numbers, it's important to also understand what is the scale of Tata. It's operating in more than half the globe, as you can see very clearly. The numbers are, you can see the number of employees it has world over. The revenue, just to give an indication of what it is capable of from delivery, $103 billion is the size of the company. What is the GDP of India?
3.5 trillion.
You can see how it contributes a small percentage to the GDP of the country. Right? Because an Indian company which is producing results across the globe has a definite benefit for India. Okay. And look at it. It's united across the globe. So Tata is, while it's an Indian company, it's an organization just because they're not very much about numbers. If someone is interested to look at the numbers, it's really the spiral that it's been taking. 2006, look at the way in which the Tata company grew. Look at the growth that it's going, because it's going next. So what are some of the things that you remember about Tata is expansion. They bought new companies. You remember that they bought Chorus, the steel company. Yeah. So a lot of these acquisitions are helped in making it, what is it called in Arthashastra? What are the equivalent of this? Someone is looking at a global leader, what do you call that person? Yeah. So you're not actually conquering it by fight, but you're looking at a world view. For me, Vijayeshu is a concept where you're looking at world as a whole place, where you can really market and operate around. And you truly are conquering not just by product, but also by your heart. Look at the spread of industries that they have spread out. These are sectoral spreads. I mean, like, it's a salt to software is what they say. Right? You see the spread of the companies. Some of the older companies are Tata Steel, Tata Motors, which is currently Tata Motors. But it used to be a very different organization when it was formed. Yeah, these are all the traditional companies of Tata. Let me also ask you, which is the first airline in India? Which is the first airline? Tata Airlines. Which will be an Indian taken over by the government. So I will share some interesting stories about some of these. But if you look at it, anyone in this room has not been touched by a Tata company product. Anybody in this room who's not utilized a Tata product? That tells you about, from wherever we come from, what are the backgrounds we, from whichever locality we stay in, we are touched by Tata. They would have gone on a Tata Indian cab, put in a Tata salt. Okay, let me just share some interesting things about what is the Raj Hotel's original name called? What is it?
Indian Hotels.
What is the name of Raj Hotels? What is it called?
Indian Hotels.
It's called India Hotels Limited, right? It's perhaps the only hotel company in India which is called India Hotels. And there's a very interesting background to the India Hotels. All of you have seen the Taj, if you have not gone there?
Yes.
At the Gateway of India? All of us have seen it, right? All of us are aware of the terror strike which happened because of the kind of background it has. It's got a rich culture of the whole place, so it was attacked by the terrorists. So what is unique about the hotel is there is this fable or a story which goes behind that once in a restaurant when Jamshedji went in to actually go to the restaurant along with his friends, he was not allowed inside. Why? Because this was pre-independence. They said Indians and all can be outside. Only those who hold foreigners can come inside. So a leader, Indians and dogs are not allowed in the restaurant. Audible? Yeah. So what will happen if you are told that tomorrow you went to the university as to a class and someone says, boss, for a color naam dekh ke step out. What is the feeling you get? You order an Ola cab. You go to get inside. Indian, take a walk. Please don't get inside the cab. What will be your feeling?
Grudge, to take revenge.
Dignity is lost, right? Now, what is the response to the dignity is what is leadership all about? It's like, okay, it's okay. I'll build a hotel which is better than your hotel. Far better than your hotel. And what has been the outcome of that place was that they built a hotel which is not just looking beautiful, but had some of the features which are some of the world class at that point of time. This is pre-independence we're talking about. Now, what is a hotel at that time in UK, in England, who typically have a boarding and lodging facility, which is of good quality. A couple of instances that is important to know is, first laundry. You know when you press clothes? The washerman takes the clothes, washes it and also presses it. It was for the first time in the history of any hotel at that point of time in the world was created in Taj. First time ever. So this comes in from our thought process in how do we create a world class. So when a guest comes in, he should get treated like a home, not like a hotel just paying for. Now that's the experience that was to be built. And it carries through all the service over the years. It's the only hotel which is called India Hotels and not called as Taj, but it is branded Taj as India Hotels. That's one instance to tell you what it is. Let's look at the company where I work with, Tata is General Insurance. Now, did you know the first general insurance in India? Which was
Oriental.
It's New India Insurance. Did you know that New India Insurance till today is the market leader in general insurance? Today, general insurance market is 1,000 crores plus. And a company which is occupying the market share, which is close to 40% of the entire market share, is New India Insurance, which is still the leader in the market. It was nationalized in 1956. It still continues to be following. Some of the people will be happy about this. The culture of Tata is still there in the company even today. The service Tata, it is owned by Tata. It was owned by Tata. Of course, when it was nationalized, all companies were nationalized. There were 4 insurance companies. National. Yeah, all these were nationalized. But what we're trying to also say is that the one which is owned by Tata is still the market leader. And today also this way, the customers were, there must be generations of customers, but the customer service is still, if you see the amount of quality of customer service perceived is very high for India and it's still leading the market. We don't know if Air India is going to come back. So if you see the kind of segments that is present in, it's there in almost every segment of sector. You think about it, it's there. Did you know Tata Exports? There's a company which manufactures footwear. No. Have you ever thought about it? Yeah, they're into footwear as well. They're into leather industry, they're into footwear. Can you think about a brand of perfume of Tata?
Skin. Right.
Have you heard of it? Yes. Yeah. Skin is a brand of Titan which is part of Tata, which is basically again a perfume which is come out from Titan. Yeah. Now you see the discussion around it. Okay.
Yeah, Titan shops have them.
Sorry?
Titan shops do keep them.
Yes, correct. So we talk about Tata in the next slide we'll talk about, but this gives you a spread of kind of knowledge we're talking about.
This coffee.
Okay. I'll here and also make sure you can see this. Which is this voice over Tata Communications. It's what's wholesale voice provider. And it's the largest in infrastructure. If you remember, it had bought over BSNL. BSNL was an Indian company, which is a government owned company. Tata had bought over it, Tata Communications acquisitions. TCS, you're all aware, it's one of the highest market capitalization company in India. It's not a listed company yet. Which is the key company we're talking about? It's Tata Global Limited. Tata Chemicals is one of the second largest producer of soda ash, which goes into multiple product lines. The detergents that we buy, ingredients is basically from Tata Chemicals. It may be branded as Rin, Surf, Excel, but whatever, what goes into it is coming from Tata Chemicals. Tata Motors, of course, it's been having a business struggle as of now, but with the acquisition of Land Rover and Jaguar, is among the top 10 commercial producers in the market. It's among the top 10 commercial motor makers in the world. Steel, we know, it's one of the top 10. It's one of the most served steel company in the world. Now, there's a story around this which you should also be aware of. How many of you are aware of what happened in World War I and II? World War II, who were the sides which are fighting wars?
The Alliance and the
Germany with the
Yeah, correct. Which are the countries which are opposing each other in India? Which side was India fighting with?
British were fighting in Japan.
Fighting the Nazis in Japan.
Perfect. So, the Brits were fighting on the base of what? Was that their ability to supply their arms in parts of the world where it has to reach. Right? But the story goes that the entire rail network which was built by British, the rail was built by the steel coming from the steel which is being supplied, the steel that is getting supplied to Britishers to build the rails for them to fight wars in those areas was built on Tata Steel's plant, which was very exported. So when Tata wanted to create the Tata Steel plant, there was this Brit who said, I will eat every pound of steel made by Tata. How will Tata be able to ever produce steel? It is such a premium because those days in industrialization when it started off, steel making is a very complex process. Even in manufacturing here, so you would understand the steel plant can't be shut down because the challenge involved in creating steel. So this person said, I need every pound of steel that you make because you can't make steel. And when the war was waged, when the steel was going from India, not one or two, but tons of it was produced. So the joke was that after the production was made and the exports were made, they said, can you now choose the steel that we make? Because we made in tons.
Can we?
Can you eat that? Will you choose the steel that you're making right now? Because you wanted to eat every pound of the steel that you're making, but you're making tons of it now. So that's the history of the power of being able to make a product like this. So that's the Tata Steel. I'm not here to make a pitch or a selling pitch for Tata company as such, but the story goes also that when JRD wanted to build a watch company, he went to many makers, watchmakers, and very popular brand makers those days. So please come here and teach us how to make watches. We will make watches. So some of the most respected brands those days said, Indians can't make such fine watches because it needs a lot of minute work. So you can't make watches. You don't think you will support you. So he said we will create a plant out here. Titan was a company just formed. He brought in engineers from Seco to help them create the plant. And after the plant was made, they took over HMT, which is one of those, I don't know if some first in age group to understand. HMT is a company. Everybody would queue to buy HMT. You will not understand this, the age group that you are in. So I was in Bangalore. If my father would go travel to anywhere outside and if I was coming to Bangalore, they would actually give me money in advance and said, please book watches for us and please send it by parcel to us. Imagine the amount of, because HMT was such a big PSU that there's no other companies making watches. There should be 5 to 6 months of wait time. बेटी की शादी हो रही है, वॉच चाहिए, पहले बुक करो. It's not like online ordering अभी करो, अभी चाहिए, कल शादी है, कल के लिए चाहिए. So Titan took over a company which is already established as a private company and completely sealed off his company. Surely because of the network of the reach and the quality of watches that was coming in. They changed the technology from machine tools to battery operated watches. So, leadership is about also looking at what to change, when to change. Disruption you call, right? That's the disruption that we talk about. So I'll go to say this is the kind of reach that we've got. I'm not going to do this very detail. We'll explore it more.
So it's in each and every continent.
It's there in every continent. So imagine, what you need to understand is people who are studying leadership is how do they ensure leadership is there and across the globe in a similar manner. A customer who is experiencing Tata in Germany should be able to experience this way in India is experiencing Tata. Is it giving the same quality experience? Is it giving the same brand experience? Whether you are buying a software product or you are buying a car from Tata, is it the same experience? Now that's the unique thing that we are doing. And therefore the role of culture and leadership is so important. Now how does Africa, what is the culture of Africa? How do we mingle with them? How do we work with them? It's all about how do we ensure that our philosophies, our leadership, our culture is ingrained in those countries as well. I'm skipping some of the data slides.
So a few days back I was watching this documentary on how things are made, and they were showing about Heinz, the beans, and from that a huge organization, the cans that they use to fill the beans, that is manufactured in course Tata. So when they were showing the entire thing, it was like, you felt proud. The people working in the steel company out there were wearing caps with Tata Steel written on it. So that really made you proud, and the amount of steel they supplied to Heinz was amazing.
Absolutely. So what he's talking about is that the acquisition of a company which is a British-owned company to be able to manage their labor problems. No, in UK, if you're having a Friday afternoon, it's fuck off. Saturday, Sunday काम नहीं बंद. So culturally, they appreciate their space. In India, we don't mind working extra 2 hours. Boss के लिए, काम के लिए, या फिर ऐसे काम नहीं तो काम extra करो. But there, the labor laws are very much more stricter. You can't do the same thing that we do in India over there. Now, how do you adapt to a different country, to their labor laws, yet not change your identity? And what you're saying is right. It's the pride that somebody is wearing a Tata Steel hat there, saying in the UK wearing this, and it's a pride moment here. Okay. Now, this is the retail wing of Tata, which is the Tata Group. I mean, again, I'm not spending time with this spread, but I think it's something that is a good story to kind of see. And you really realize that how we are ahead of our time when it comes to why we are Tata, why people believe in us. Luxury hotel, like I said, first to think about a laundry service in the hotel. When was the year? 1903. Okay. HR matter. Pension gratuity. We believe this come from when? Year of pension, right? The entire US is talking about security. They have a amount for security for their own people when they grow up. 1877, the concept of gratuity came in place. 1877. अभी हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं, right? So this concept of pension, that if someone is earning money in a company, the person should be taking care of all retirement benefits are there, has been thought through. I mean, in 19th century, let's look at this. 1895, because you're working in a steel plant, there are prone to be accidents. And there is an accident, the person should be in a position to be able to claim benefits. Hospitalization, वो काम तो नहीं आ सकता है, 4 दिन, 5 दिन, 6 दिन नहीं आ सकता है. He will have continued employment. He gets a compensation if the person is being injured, because the nature of the work is that the person may get injured. So there is a PF scheme that is launched by the government, right? But here is an internal provident fund scheme which is launched within the group. To ensure that there is a provident fund benefit, which means I take something from your monthly earnings, keep it for a time when you are going to be requiring it to save your money. Medical camps, these are things that we are having today. That every company is doing it as a nature, but all these are started. So in 1950 was the first free medical aid was started off for employees. Right? 1917 school facilities. This is an interesting thing. Is that in Tata Chemicals, when we were, a lot of women were working in Tata Chemicals, there was a need for creche. Today we talk about child benefits, right? Because there are working women coming in. Where do you give your children? Think about that. 1921, the first time we started off for maternity benefits and creche facility, which means that the working women is coming to the workplace, they need to also have their children to be taken care of. In fact, the women would tell that I would rather work because I'm able to get my child being taken care of. Even I can't give this care, so I would rather get the child and put her in the chair, make the fresh here, and I'll continue to work here. Now look at the bonding that has been created. It is not a benefit just for a business, but how do you ensure that the family is taken care of? In 1934, first profit sharing bonus. 1979, I mean, this is before the IT industry started off. You know, if you're at work or on job, if you're traveling and it's a road accident, you get upfront payment. You don't have to claim benefit, not hospitalization, but upfront you pay the amount. These are some of the benefits we started off. Now recently, it started off that women both in particular, they may take a break because of maternity. They may take a break because of any family need requirement. So Tata has come up with the concept of skip. Skip simply means second careers, which means you don't have to work full time. Most of the Tata companies hire people on part-time basis, but as part of the skip program, which means that if you have to work 4 hours in a day, you're still part of the employment, but working as an intern in the company. So some of these revolutionary practices started off. So one end you are saying business growth. Now as students of leadership and culture, please understand, on top you are saying business being grown, the bottom of it is the things that are helping the business to succeed. The practices of the company, how we take care of the employees, how we are thinking for the employee, because the employee is really working for the company. Right? I would now break here for a quick 5 minutes. I would like you to speak to each other in partners of two. Just pick up a partner. Just pick up a partner. Right? In the morning we talked about leadership and culture, right? Please speak to each other as a partner. All of you got a partner? Yes. Talk to each other about two things now. Your personal experience of leadership. Speak in small sentences, not in long sentences. What has been your personal experience with leadership? When have you experienced leadership? Either you've seen, heard, but it should be your personal experience. You're going to discuss this with your neighbor. Okay? What is your personal experience of leadership? Is what I'm going to discuss. In small sentences. Understood the question? Wherever you experience leadership, what have you experienced about the leadership? But it should be your experience, not मैंने कहीं सुना है, ऐसा नहीं. What is it that you have experienced? It could be in a company, it could be in a class. Where have you experienced leadership?
Your experience as a leader or your experience from a leader?
Experience about leaders. About leaders. About leaders, yeah, from a leader. How was the experience of sharing your experiences about leadership with each other?
Great.
Yeah, good. Now we'll see a small video. Okay? Share, just hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. Hold your thoughts. Whatever you observed of leadership, let's examine Tata Group as well. Okay?
Throughout the ages, mankind has learned to make the most of its surroundings. To not just survive, but thrive. And create a ripple effect that bears fruit for further generations. At the Tata Group, we are driven by a mission to improve the quality of life through our operations across the world. A global enterprise with operations in more than 100 countries, the group has emerged as a leader in a vast array of businesses. Is driving growth, further expanding in new geographies and new areas. A values-driven organization with a strong code of conduct at its heart. The group has 5 core values. These values drive our pioneering spirit and propel us to the forefront of excellence and innovation. While we continue our quest for business excellence, the community remains at the core of our business. Two-thirds of the equity of Tata Sons is owned by philanthropic trusts. Committed to sustainability, Tata companies undertake an array of activities. Tata Group, a successful pioneering global enterprise with community at its heart.
What I want to do is, you discussed about leadership experiences, right? If you can, just one bullet point. I don't want a sentence. Each of you just give one bullet point. In summary of what you've experienced from your neighbor, from your partner, whatever the person has told you, whatever you've captured your understanding of the person's experience of leadership. What is that one bullet point? One bullet point. I know, students here are taught how to be brief, as well as be, elongated. Their speeches. One bullet point. What is your understanding of leadership?
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Accountability. Accountability. This should have come from your experience of what your neighbor has told you, okay? Grassroots.
Down to earth.
Bonding relations.
Okay, bonding relationships.
Taking care.
Sorry?
Taking care.
Taking care. Okay, fantastic. Nurturing.
Motivating.
Okay, motivating.
Always cool.
Always stay cool. Okay. Integrity. Integrity, fantastic.
Big dreams.
Big dreams. Okay. Thinking of achieving something which is not achievable. Okay.
Be a possibility.
Be a possibility thinker. Okay. Making things happen. Okay.
Certain problems are just simple solutions. Bigger problems are simple solutions.
Okay. Bigger problems but simple solutions. Simple wisdom.
Down to earth.
Down to earthness. Humility. Fantastic. No more voices are not being heard. Trust. Okay. Okay.
Dependable.
Dependable.
Unbiasedness.
Unbiasedness. Okay. Belief. आपने कुछ बोला नहीं. Involvement. Okay.
Understanding.
By the way, did you experience anything of what we speak about in Tata today in our session today? Did you experience some parts of Tata today in your discussions today? What did you experience today?
Involvement.
Passionate.
Involvement. How did you experience involvement?
United.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You see, what we preach is what we love to practice.
Yeah.
And what we practice is what we preach. So what are some of the values of Tata that you heard here? What are some of the values? So you saw business, right? You saw
Excellence, unity.
Excellence. So we're not saying, yeah, I'm not going to perfect. I think the idea is to excel. Okay. What is the other value?
Unity.
Unity. Did you feel that unity today in our discussions? You are feeling that, look, मेरा भी एक voice है, आपका भी एक voice है. But when we hear put together, it's not noise, but it's our own. It's like bringing together a lot of voices together. Right? What is the other value?
Pioneering.
What is pioneering meaning?
Speed of first one.
Think about a problem situation and think about what is the solution for that problem. How do we create a solution for what is already the problem? ये नहीं कि अभी ये problem है तो उसको keep exploiting the problem, but how do you find a solution? Be the pioneer. Some business may flop, right? We may not have sold as many nano cars, but somebody thought about. So the story is that Ratan Tata was going in a car when he saw a family going on a scooter. And I don't know if some of you would have been familiar with that scooter is that before you start you have to bend it. Then 5 people go in that scooter. Dad, mom, 2 children and all their luggage, all in that scooter. Barish ka time tha. So Ratan said, why don't we build something which will be a car which can be priced like a scooter, but can take the entire family around. Now, may click, may not click because of political reasons, because of manufacturing issues, whatever happened, may not have been the most sold car, but someone thought about a solution, right? You may fail in business, but you will still gain people's trust because you are involving them. You're thinking about their solutions. Okay? There's one more value which we talked about.
Responsibility.
Responsibility. Our ability to feel that it's not somebody else's work, but it's our work, and create business around it. So you feel responsible, you create a product, then you make a solution, and then it becomes a business naturally. So that's the how part of Tata. So it's about not just making a strategy plan of what's a market make ऐसा acquire करेंगे, right? It's not about acquiring a market by surely by numbers and by analytics, but also by understanding what is the concern. And the best part of this is how is the community care being shown here? Now for that you need to see this slide. So what are we trying to do? We try to keep the community in hand. How does Tata contribute to the country? Now this is very interesting. I think most of us would have seen it or heard it, but look at this. Who owns Tata company? All the Tata group companies, who owns the Tata company? Who is the, so where does the Tata Sons money go? So what is the trust? Is trust a company which is making profits? the entire business model is, now there are, let's say, 110 Tata companies. Now, by the virtue of them being a Tata company, they pour their profits into a kitty, making it very simple for us to understand. That kitty is owned by a group of people which is called Tata Trusts, who take the money from them. So the company which comes into Tata Sons, the Tata Sons shareholding is by Tata Trusts, who put money in this business. All this money goes to Tata Trusts. What does Tata Trust do? They put all the money back in society on projects which can go back to society. So the philosophy is what comes from you goes back to you. That's the simple business. What comes from society goes back to society. So what comes from society goes back in multiple fold because there is involvement, there is equity, there is unity in the entire philosophy. And that's why world over if you see the same philosophy is being implicated. Which means in our community if we are making a difference, can we make the same thing replicate across the globe? That's the philosophy that is looking, and here is the what or the science behind it. Is that if you see the other companies have always looked at communities as a whole. For all the education institutes that have come up in India, and some of these premier bodies which have come up, you look at Tata Indian Institute of Science, and even from South, Bangalore, you've been to Bangalore, spend a lot of time, correct. If you go and ask for Indian Institute of Science, you'll not tell you where it is. You'll not tell you where it is. If you go walk around the building also and you say, hey, Tata Indian Institute of Science kidhar hai, you'll not tell you. Ask them Tata Institute kidhar hai, they'll tell you. Oh, samne piche raha. Why? Because it's a Tata Institute which has been built. And did you know that the will of JRD contains this particular thing saying that it is my son. So whatever is the, when it is available to my son, should be going to this institute also. So he's actually as a will holder, he's nominated this as his son. That's the beauty of this one. So it means that there is a commitment, personal commitment to, why? Because if science grows in the country, it is going to shape the future of the country. Not only that, if you look at the way they invested, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, I'm a student here myself. It's like a phenomenal thought sometime back when someone thought that we need social sciences also. It's not about just physical sciences. But you look at physical matter, but also about social sciences, of how people come together, how communities work with each other. The whole teaching of NGOs comes from here. This is one of the most touching things that I've learned personally is where was Tata Nano plant made? Initially where it is done? In West Bengal. So what happened in the case there? There were some land acquisition issues, right? So what happened? What was told to Nano? What was told by the government there? Pack your bags and go because this land acquisition is not happening with us. Now after having putting so much money and having actually brought employment to the local people, they were shown the doors. The same thing of vengeance would come, right? मैं पैसे डाल रहा हूँ इसमें, and I'm making employment happen here, and you ask me to shut shop and go. How much losses will it make to me? Now, typical mindset would be saying that, boss, I will never invest back in this state. Not only is Tata invested in business, but look at what is the investment. State-of-the-art hospital has been built in Calcutta for cancer. State of the world. I mean, patients across the world and Asia come here to get treatment because the world-class facility has been provided. So one is to get one is to face a situation which says, boss, get up. I'll give you back with goodwill and not with vengeance, but with dignity. They created a world-class medical center.
You remember that Tata Nano plant which got shifted from West Bengal? You remember that? Yes. So Nano plant kahan pe hoga, and then the whole politicized that. But not many people are aware. At the same time, they were also working on a Tata cancer hospital in West Bengal. They did not remove that. So that they did not go away from that project of creating another cancer hospital. Because a lot of people used to come from that side of India to Mumbai. वो भी कुछ 300 करोड़ का प्रोजेक्ट ठीक है नहीं हुआ क्रिटिसाइज हो गया ठीक है लेकिन they never moved back the hospital.
Yeah, so one of the key things is that this business decision may fail, but what remains is that the community gets impacted positively. Because a medical center will continue to exist whether the business exists or not, and that goodwill will continue to keep cherishing for the business to come through. So I think that is the masterclass thought of the organization. So it's very difficult in my today's world. Very difficult. It's a challenge. So today when we set up business and we look at what happens in the market, practices, you feel like कैसे operate करेंगे. But one good thing is, the moment you enter the market saying there is a Tata company, automatically you will say a Tata company निकलता don't behave funny. Because now it's become a very clear practice that Tata company होगा तो practices will be very clear. So what happens because of this is when a partner comes to work with us, Tata ना बोलो तो Tata company चलेगा. काम करेंगे. Why? Because what happens is you know for sure your money is going to get paid. Salaries are being paid on time. Maybe less than what the market can pay. But is it better than not paying it? Partners, business partners. Our growth is dependent on our business partners. How do they get treated? If they don't feel as if you are part of the same family, they don't get the same back. Now that's the I would say this is the way the Tata operates really. That's the mindset of leadership. Now you call it culture, you call it leader. It's like which comes first, the water or the ocean? Ocean से पानी आए, पानी की वजह से ocean आया. Right? Both are interdependent. In our view, both are interdependent. And the culture should be able to sustain and also take care of leadership issues. And if that culture is failing, the leader should be in a position to come over and say, boss, up time I proceed to change the current situation. Now, therefore, this both Srishti and Pillai are very important. The students, please understand. Yeah. Okay. Another 5 minutes. Now, this is the future vision. When you saw the vision of the company, we are looking at building innovation structures. You will find that next, in 2019, is 150 years and 100 years of Jamshedpur being built. This is a city which is built from scratch. So we are celebrating 100 years of that city being built. Yeah. And there is also the 150 year of our founder, so we are making it a big event. We are looking at how we can create. So one of the plans that has been done, a lot of plans are being in the pipeline, how we can involve communities to celebrate this whole idea of how Tata has built its company. So it is not just one company, but it's our company. That's the way that we are going to build 2019. A lot of campaign is being built around how do we make more Tatas, more people more successful. So that will come as we speak because that's a area. So you see the whole purpose is long-term stakeholder. Stakeholder could be anybody. It could be a family of an employee. It could be the employee himself. It could be a partner. It could be a business advisor. It could be anybody. So we're saying the long-term stakeholder evaluation based on leadership. Trust. Someone used the word trust for that. So perhaps, and this is commented by somebody else, not by me, that perhaps in the Oxford Dictionary, after a few years, the trust word will have a meaning called Tata. So that's leadership and trust. That's the Tata story. It's about values. So that's the how we do leadership. That's how we build cultures. And leadership is something that we grow with because we also experience leadership. We see leadership happening. We see what is exhibited by our leaders. We emulate this leadership. So it's a combination of leadership, culture that comes together. So therefore, when we debate it, please understand as students of leadership, it's not about how much we know, but it's about where is our knowledge being used, how much is being put to use. Yeah. That's the story of leadership with trust. I also share one more video with you. This is about the impact. It's about not just saying कि हम कर क्या कर रहे हैं and talk about CSR. But real value is something that you need to be experiencing. This is how we talk about communities and livelihoods and the impact. It's just not about business and results. So all of us are familiar with the Uttarakhand. What happened to Uttarakhand? Floods. Cloudburst. And we devastated the whole region. Yeah, the whole region was devastated. The employment generation had gone for a toss. There are many livelihoods which are affected. Now let's look at what has been the response of a corporate house, which is meant to be in business. What has been the response?
A pioneer among Indian corporates, the Tata Group is also one of the first to reach out to the community in times of distress by providing relief and rehabilitation to countless individuals during moments of humanity. which the Tata Group touches people's lives. In 2013, Uttarakhand had experienced one of its gravest natural disasters. Devastating floods cut through rocks, shifted the course of rivers, sweeping away villages, farms and roads, ending lives and livelihoods. 3 years later, people are still rebuilding their lives.
As a group response to the aftermath of 2013 flash floods, Tata Uttarakhand program is working in close collaboration with Uttarakhand government and other development agencies to provide relief in 3 worst affected districts.
Some of the key areas the Tata Group focused on was education and child welfare. Displaced families and collapsed buildings that meant that, till recently, many Anganwadis were not in operation.
आपदा आने के कारण आपदा आई, सब यहाँ मकान पूरा ध्वस्त हो गया। फिर बच्चे दूसरे दिन से परेशान हो गए। 2015 में फिर टाटा कंपनी वालों ने पूरा भवन बना के किचन, टॉयलेट, सब व्यवस्था अंदर पानी, कूलर, जो भी चाहिए हमारे बच्चों के लिए दरी, सब उठने बैठने का इतना व्यवस्था कर दिया। बच्चे रोज बैठ रहे हैं। सब व्यवस्था टाटा कंपनी वालों ने हमारे लिए इतना अच्छा कर दिया कि हमारे बच्चे भी खुश हो गए, हमारे अभिभावक भी खुश हो गए।
Along with roads and houses, the floods had wiped away the people's sources of livelihoods. This was another critical area of intervention. And to ensure that the benefits reach the right people, women's self-help groups have been formed in many of the flood-affected villages. Through them, intensive work has been done on livestock-based livelihoods. The milk is collected by a cooperative and sold through outlets in nearby towns, providing the members with much needed funds. Loans are also facilitated for people to invest in reliable sources of income generation, such as breeding goods as well as mechanized equipment. Also, as part of livelihood generation, traditional crafts such as wool weaving were given support through wool processing sectors. Similarly, help was given to power mills that had machines to extract mustard oil and for grinding a variety of seeds and animal feed.
In livelihoods program, we are also promoting activities like training on cultivation practices, cotton cultivation, backyard poultry, cattle feed unit, flour mill, and knitting. We are sure that our collective efforts will help in developing resilient and empowered communities.
It's a huge responsibility to talk about our company like Tata. I actually feel that in 12 years of my life, I think I've kind of learned so much. And the only way to give back, the only way that we can give back is by spreading and also imbibing this traits of leadership in as many people as you can. Because we call it as a Tata way. You don't have to be a Tata employee for it. It's a Tata way of doing things. And trust me, there are experiences where when you are negotiating with people, when you're working with people, when they're outsiders, they don't know who you are, there are chances they may ask you, Tata ka nahi hai? Because of the way you come across. And that tells you that you are part of the DNA. And therefore the argument never ends. Whether it is the culture which is the DNA, or it is the leadership which is imbibing the culture of the organization. It's important as students of leadership, we need to be able to understand the power of culture. The power of culture, when you get into it, you can create a wonderful culture which can sustain itself for a lot more years. And therefore leadership's role in being able to build that culture is extremely important. And you can see here a demonstration of how wealth can be created. Now what you are seeing here is wealth being created, right? There's not a single product of Tata being talked about. They're saying how livelihoods, if they start making their work, they're going to sell the product is going to go to the market, there's going to be business, there's going to be economic sense. And I would now request you, as students of people who are looking at Indianness in our own way, to look at politics, business, leadership, to summarize your learnings. Now you keep this frame of reference. You have learned over the last few months about various concepts. Can each one of you give one sentence, in brief, one sentence? What you learned, what you've seen today, what is it that your personal takeaway? If you walk out of this room, what is your one personal takeaway? Each one of us has a chance. I would request you to come here and talk about it so that all of us can hear it. Or you can stand wherever you are and talk to all of us.
What you teach, you should practice that, and it should be with a trust. It's the same. What you preach, you have to walk the talk, and you should work with the trust. People should trust you. The ethics, values, principles are more important.
Thank you. I would encourage you to summarize in one sentence. Try and link your theory with your practice. To all of us.
Basically, don't work for yourself, work for a larger purpose beyond yourself.
Larger purpose.
Take care of your shareholders, stakeholders, they will take care of you.
Whatever you earn in the manner of be a material or anything, you should give it back to the
Giving it back to the society.
Think about we, not I.
Think about we, not I. What a powerful statement. What a powerful statement.
Serve the society and ultimately give back to the society, because if you are good to the society, you will get everything good.
Build long-lasting, trusted relationships.
Long-lasting, trusted relationships. Fantastic.
Build a cycle. It has to go on.
It is a cycle.
It does not end at one place.
I want to hear every voice. I want to hear every voice. You can get up and say, I have not learned anything. I'm also happy with that. And you can say, it doesn't make any sense to me. Moving also to
So be very value driven so that the larger purpose is accomplished, and look at carrying everyone together. So as is rightly said, every stakeholder has to be taken care of to ensure that you are long lasting.
Long-lasting legacies are created based on certain principles. So the leadership is principle-driven, which stands the test of time.
One thing I can relate back to Arthashastra is Yatha Raja Tatha Raja.
Okay.
It's the other way around.
Yes.
As much as the leader, so much as the. I want to hear everyone's voice.
Whatever you give, it comes back to you.
Then we throw them back to you. about your office?
Whatever the values leader have, he should imbibe in the lower levels properly. Then only any organization grow and survive and flourish.
As a leader, you need to realize that the culture will survive you. So you need to proactively build a value-driven, sustainable culture.
Commitment and trust are very important.
Commitment and trust
are very important for a business entity or an enterprise.
He's already cooperated his comment. There's one more coming here, right?
So one thing I really like relationship between the employee and the organization. So in future, if I have any organization, so I'll keep forwarding my relations.
Done? Some more voices.
Life is not short. I think one life is enough to create a wave that can touch generations.
Create and maintain the trust. Create and also maintain the trust. So whatever is not said anything.
Everyone is the last punch.
That's the last game. Save the best for the last.
Save the best for the last.
Okay, have you heard everybody?
Understand the values of people and make them happy.
Understand the value of people and make them happy. Okay? Yeah.
I will have the most main thing is to be large-hearted, whether you are an individual or a company or in a nation.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Have you time for two more? Whatever you want to say something? Desh ka bala. Bit up. Okay. Great. I want to close it on this note that to me, I will not use the Sanskrit, I'm sure Pradha will be able to manage it. Today I absorbed a lot of energy in the morning if you see. And there's also a lot of want to be the right. I think leadership is not about just being right or wrong. Many times there are choices between somewhat good and somewhat okay. So it's about making those choices. Many times we make choice between what is seemingly good and sometimes which is something better than that one. Those are choices that we make. And our impulses, which basically is our ability to hold our anger, our ability to hold our senses sometimes is extremely critical in leadership. Today you could see the flood of emotions coming through, right? So somewhere in my view, I think it's also important to see where you can hold your nerves. Because the quality of leader is in being able to hold his nerves. It's not about control, but it's about holding nerves. Please translate it in whatever way. I'm talking about your ability to...
All of them.
And so that's I think is extremely important. You only do that when you start hearing others and looking at bringing in so many voices. That's my submission to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Question. Take it off.
We will have a
So we have to go back and the next speaker is also talking. Okay, so interesting.
Yes.
I like that whole debate about which comes first, leader, culture. And at the end of it, the conclusion is interconnected. I think it's a very important dimension that you have brought in, Shiv, because the best part is that we were discussing about this only. And you conclude with a real life example. Friends, I think Shiv comes as a lifelong learner. I think that's not something I respect about him. He's a very senior position. Yet he goes and joins a course like all of you. So as we are, all of you, whether all of them are leaders, he is on a learning curve. He has to go for a class, like all of you. So मैं बोला अभी और बोलो कि तुम भी student हो, that's what he always says. He goes to the Tata Institute of Social Sciences test in Chembur. Like, I just called him yesterday and said, Shiv, क्या है तुम्हारा plan? यहाँ 2 बजे class है. Well, some of you have these classes. देखिए, यहाँ पे come as a teacher because his learning is so full and yet he says that I want to learn more. Whatever be your position, he is, I know the kind of personal challenges he has gone through. When I say personal challenges, I'm not actually emotional. He is a person who actually I admire a lot. When I was in Bangalore, one of the friends that I discovered was Shiv. Of course, we are from Chennai Mission, that's a common contact. But more than that, if I were to say one achievement in my life with my friends, I was able to move him from Bangalore to Mumbai. and to my building.
Not only that, my family was also motivated and inspired to move to the same building. So we have plans of being inspired. So he currently has 2 questions he asked. Those questions are enough to make us think. So the power of leadership is also about asking the questions, right questions. I think that transforms things. And as leaders, I think that's the important thing is what question you ask. It's not about what you know, it's about what question you ask to invest. Today also we started with a question, right? And it started so much of thinking and more. So keep questioning yourself, keep questioning the place around you, and I'm sure you'll get it from you.
Last point, he's a fantastic organizer. Event management guru. Some of you must have seen my post on a lecture where I gave a Tata Institute of Social Sciences. He was the organizer. And what I would also say that, you'll be happy to know that after this particular course, many people, including this starting a leadership program. And he's been instrumental in saying that hum kyun nahi kar sakte? I said, wow. And I want to say this is just the beginning. It's a lifelong journey. Please take his contact numbers.
And you can take my number anytime.
And he's a very, 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 very down to earth, very good friend. Please be in touch with him and some equipment also. Yes, you can. So please be in touch with him. Very approachable, down to earth. And Siva, as for you, you can also take your questions out. And he has got some time, right? That's right. So we'll take a formal break and just 1 minute.
Can we have your presentations?
You want a presentation?
Yes.
Yeah, share it. Let's get taking.
Okay.
I'll share the PPT.
Just wait for 2 minutes. Vaibhav. Just feedback. You can take the question note on it.
Thank you.
Most welcome.